Yeah, it was a great win, hard fought win against a really really good team, a really well coached team, and they've got really good players. They've won 10 of the last 12, and those two losses were at Texas Tech, who's top 20, and at Louisiana in overtime. And so, really proud of our guys, and also just fighting through some adversity. 5 for 13 from the free throw line, and we got in foul trouble, and so. Those adversity, and I thought we fought through it. At the end of the day, our defense was spectacular, and a really, really great win.
Dustin, let's talk about defense a little bit. First half, Amir kind of under control. It wasn't like he went off or anything, but very active on the boards, had 8 rebounds. In the second half, he was almost non-existent, truthfully. He only took 3 shots. He only had a couple of rebounds. I think a lot of that credit goes to James Lewis, who was just really battling the guy. But, team defense is what it takes for a guy like that. What went on in the second half that not only contained him, but almost erased him for a lot of the half?
Yeah, he averages 22 points and like 14 rebounds. And so it might be a season low for him on both. And so you're right. What happened in the first half is they made a couple threes. And it got us stretched out a little bit, even though, it shouldn't have. But it took our guards away from him when they would throw it down there to him. And so it was just playing on an island a bit more. And so we had to say, listen, they just made a few threes. Don't change what we're doing. All 5, he's got to feel all 5 people. And, he's tough. We didn't really double him. We didn't, that was just something that, he's seen everything. But at the end of the day, we the other 4 guys did a good job of showing bodies to him and him seeing other guys versus. But in the first half a little bit, he was kind of on an island one-on-one because they made a couple threes and our guys were all stretched out to the 3-point line. And we said, hey, if they make some threes, they make some threes. We can't keep giving this. We can't give this guy 24 and 12.
Speaking of defense, you forced 14 turnovers, but more importantly, you turned those into 15 points. In a game that's kind of low scoring like that one was, second half, the shooting got a little frigid at some points. How significant are those easy baskets? Because most of them ended up being runouts.
Yeah, they're big. And that's something we want to do. We want to get 10 to 12 points like that a game. Those things really add up. With Arkansas State, you really have to have intelligent pushes. You've got to pick and choose because, they average like a lot, almost 80 points. They're really good that way. And in their fact, they're even better in the second half. So as the game goes on, they wear teams down by pushing harder. And so we were trying to really push. Really when we had numbers. Otherwise, let's get the tempo where we want it.
Delph, a little slow, uncharacteristically slow in the first half, 1 for 6 from the floor. You come out to open the second half with the ball. Looked like kind of a design play that just got him right to the rim, and he's been scoring very effectively close to the basket. Was that something you guys were intentional about is, hey, let's let him see one get through the rim here and get him started?
Yeah, and we never run that before. That was just a draw up, something we saw in the first half. Hey, let's take a look at that. Fortunately, it worked out for us. But Seals is terrific. He is arguably one of the best defenders in the Sun Belt. He leads the conference in steals, and it's really not even close. And so he did a good job on Delph. And obviously the way Delph's been playing, I think he averaged 24 points the last 3 games. We knew Seals were going to guard him, and so it took him a little while to get going. But he made some big plays. On the flip side, Delph, had to guard him and did a good job on him. But that was a design play to get him going in the second half for sure.
Justin hits 2,000 career points. Talk about the significance of a milestone like that.
Yeah, congratulations to Justin Forrests. 2,000 points in Division I basketball. That's incredible, and really proud of him and that accomplishment. And certainly, he's been playing better and better and better, and he's made some tough plays. But yeah, congratulations to him and his family. That's a incredible milestone, and really really difficult to do at this level. And so really proud of him.
You guys are on a roll right now. What's important to really keep going and keep the momentum going forward going into Saturday's game?
Well, we got to reset ourselves every day. I mean, I think we've won 7 out of 8 or something like that. And I'm not sure, but we've got to check ourselves every day, and tomorrow's a new day. And in this conference, I mean, I was looking at it today. I think 2 games separate 9th place. So in this league, and I think we're right at the 50% point. Like, we're right at halfway through. And so there's so much more basketball to be played. We got to come here tomorrow, center ourselves, reset things, and focus on Little Rock.
A lot of coaches come out with the mindset to play a safe zone, but you came out with the mindset to play aggressive man on the ball. What was your thought going into the game on that?
That's what we do. We play man-to-man around here. We're going to play team defense. We've played a little bit of zone. We played zone at the end of the game. The 23 seconds or whatever, we played zone just because we knew they wanted to get to the paint, and we took 15 seconds off the clock. But we're going to do what we do, and if you find a way to beat it, then you beat it. But we're going to try to be good at what we're good at.
So what does it mean to have the energy from the student section that we've had the last 2 home games, especially tonight in this big of a game?
Oh, I think it's been a lot of games, not just the last 2 games. It's huge. It's huge, and can't thank the community and the students enough. I mean, it is huge, and now it's going to the point kind of we're counting on it, right? And so I don't know the exact number, but I think we're second in attendance in the Sun Belt. We might be first. And as competitive as App State Nation is, let's try to finish first, right, and our students. But I know we're first or second, and so in attendance this year. And so it's huge to have a home court atmosphere. There's no question that impacted the game. There's no question. And so can't thank them enough, and let's keep it going.
Justin played arguably one of his best all-around games tonight. He was present in pretty much every single statistic, every part of the game. What does that mean to have him playing at the level he is, and not just him, but, 4 players scoring double digits? What does that kind of mean to the team?
Yeah, that's been our strength right now is our balance. The only reason he's coming off the bench is he had COVID. We won. We kept winning, right? And so credit to him, but it's nothing more than that. It's he wants to win. He's playing starter minutes. To me, it's about who finishes the game more than who starts. He's finishing the game, but credit him for being all about the team. And it's just I talked to him about, hey, listen, obviously you're one of our key players, but we're getting off to great starts. Let's not mess with this right now, and this is what we need you to do. Sure, no problem, coach. And that's what you want in a coach, and certainly proud of him. And I thought he did some great things. He had just one little bad stretch of turnovers there, but other than that, he really impacted the game.
So some of the calls you seemed a little upset about on the sideline, not just you, but some of the guys on the floor. Can you just speak a little on that? I
thought it was a well-officiated game. Those 3 guys are terrific. The emotion of the game, the heat of the game. I trust that those guys got it right. It's conference play. It's almost February. Every coach, every official, every player, we're all tired, right? We've been going at this thing for a while, and so just the emotion of the game. But those 3 guys are as good as it gets.
Evening, Coach. So obviously a fantastic win for you guys tonight versus Arkansas State. But this weekend you go to play Little Rock. Obviously Arkansas State was atop the Sun Belt Conference. Little Rock is in the middle, near the bottom. How does the scheme change going into Little Rock?
I haven't seen Little Rock play, but I can tell you this. I answered David's question. 2 games separate first place or 10th place right now, and so. This conference, the preseason favorite is in, quote, last. I wish there was a bad team. There's no bad teams. Everybody's really good. Little Rock will be another terrific game. Great coach. They won the league 2 years ago. That's the thing. this league top to bottom is fantastic. And so where they're at now, it might not be where they're at in 2 weeks. And so I can tell you this, they'll have our utmost respect.
Yeah, so continuing off of that, since all these teams are competitive, just reinforcing tonight's win, what does that say about you guys, and does that steer away the naysayers in any way?
Yeah, you know what? We always ignore the noise. We're focused on ourselves, and we'll continue to focus on App State. And people can say what they want. It doesn't bother us.
Thank you, Coach. We have time for about 2-3 more questions.
Dustin, from a standpoint of it being a high caliber game and you're playing for first place, that kind of thing, what does it mean to see that your team came out and executed things the way they did tonight?
I think it means we got high character people in our locker room. Now they're not handing out any trophies in January, right? But right now, I guess we're in first. That's where we're at right now. But it doesn't mean that we're, quote, the best team, right? And so we've got to stay hungry. We've got to stay humble. This is where we're at after 9 games. But I think it tells you that we've got high character people. That means a lot to them.
Still, though, this is a significant game, particularly playing a team like Arkansas
Oh, they're
State.
really good. They're really good, yeah. I mean, they got the preseason player of the year, and he's playing like the player of the year. And he's only a sophomore. And so, but they've also got 3 guards averaging double figures. Like I said, they had won 10 out of 12 at Texas Tech, who's top 20, and at Louisiana in overtime. Those are 2 legit losses. Like, they're good. And so I'm really proud of our team. This is one of our best wins.
What do you think made such a difference in the way that you were able to control the tempo tonight? It's like, you look at, them being a fast break kind of team. There were a total of 13 fast break points between the 2 of you tonight. What went into just the way that you were able to keep the transition game under control? Yeah,
it was a big focus of ours to get them in the half court. We felt like if we could get them in the half court, we could really guard them. They are one of the top 10 in the country at scoring from the free throw line. And so we did a phenomenal job. We couldn't have done that playing in transition. We would have fouled more. So once we got them in the half court and get our defense set, we were really able to control the tempo there, play without fouling. We just tried to make them earn everything they got. And so, it was really our defense. They're good defensively too. They made some stuff difficult for us in the second half. We had to earn points too. They're very good defensively.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. Go out there and take the stairs.